Hello friends, how are you today? I believe that you have been having a wonderful time, and I'm so glad that I'm here back again, and this is the 10th edition of the African Development Network in a series of broadcasts that I've been handling for the past 2 weeks on 20 reasons why the African continent has experienced underdevelopment, and the 20 things that we Africans must do if we want to experience development. And I want you to know that it's been an awesome time. We've received calls, we've received contacts, and we're working together to build a holistic, vibrant, prosperous, and successful Africa. And this for you, if you are getting to know us for the very first time, if you're getting across this video for the very first time, this is the African Development Network. African Development Network is a network of professionals, a network of intelligent persons, a network of persons involved in education, persons involved in media, entertainment, arts, culture, persons involved in religion. It doesn't matter the religion that you believe in, and persons involved in governance and the politics, persons involved in business and finances and economic activities. Our major goal is to make sure that we work with several Africans everywhere, all over the globe, to make sure that the African continent experiences development faster. That is a summary of our vision and our mission. Several people I've met as an African, as a Nigerian to be precise, have a lot of visions, a lot of ideas that is looking for platforms to gain expressions. We have people involved in youth development, youth advocacy, persons involved in women development, children's responsibilities, but they've not been able to make progress in the vision. So the concept of the African Development Network is partner with you, is to assist you fulfill your vision, fulfill your dreams. So everywhere you are, you're a medical doctor, you are an engineer, you're a nurse, you're a pharmacist, you are a politician, you are a pastor, a Muslim cleric, you are a farmer, you are involved in the exchange of goods and services, you're a trader. Let's work together. You're a student, yes, you're a graduate, you're a graduate. Let's work together to make sure that your dream, I believe your dream is our desire. Your dream, fulfillment of your dream is our desire. I think that's a mantra for us in African Development Network. Your dream is our desire. We are dreaming, we're desirous of the fact that when we support you, when we give you platforms to express what you have, we are fulfilling our own vision. And for the past 2 weeks, we have been on this series, just like I mentioned before, on 20 reasons why the African continent has experienced slowness for 9 years now. The African continent, several African nations have experienced, gotten their independence, but it looks as if that we're still slaves. It looks as if that we are still victims of underdevelopment. And I've said a lot of things, I've thought about, I've trained in this broadcast, first, second, third, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Today I'm going to be talking about the 10th thing that has actually made the African continent experience stagnation, and the 10th thing that we need to do if we want to succeed and advance. And the 10th thing has to do with what I described as the negative effect of continental low self-esteem. That sounds very long and very funny. The negative effect of continental low self-esteem. A lot of us know a lot of things about low self-esteem, but I have come to do a diagnosis. I've come to also realize that there is a continental low self-esteem. What is continental low self-esteem? The continental low self-esteem has to do with the belief system, the wrong belief system, that as long as you are a black, that you are synonymous with lack. I repeat, that as long as you are black, that you are synonymous with lack. As long as you are black, you are synonymous with underdevelopment. As long as you are black, you are synonymous with frustration. As long as you are black, you are synonymous with deterioration. As long as you are black, you are synonymous with corruption. And as long as you are a black man, you don't have a future. Over time, we have lived with this negative philosophy. We have lived with this, and it has its own boomerang and negative effects. It has actually limited the success of our continent. Even as an individual, as long as you begin to experience low self-esteem, you find that you get frustrated. Your vision, that your personal vision, will not gain expression. We all are Africans before now, except personalities that have actually developed. Once we see someone that is light-skinned, someone that is not an African, we have this low self-esteem. Something tells us that we are second class. Something tells us that we're weaklings. Something tells us that we're subservient. Something tells us that we're supposed to be their servants. And this has affected our economy. It has affected our development. It is not about what you are doing. It is all about who you are being. We are human beings before we become human doings. We are human beings. What we are being, if there's any English like that, what we need to be, what we must be in place before what we are doing. And this has affected every African person that I've ever met. And this is the responsibility of the African Development Network. Our commitment is to make sure that we change the narrative when it has to do with the development of personalities. Over 3, 4, 5, 6 billion people all over the world. In most places you find Africans. If you go to China, you find that Africans were part of the development of the continent, of the country, China. Africans were part of the development of America. Africans were part of the development of several Asian countries, United Kingdom. Africans were part of the development of the United Arab Emirates. Everywhere you find Africans, South Africans, West Africans, East Africans, and West Africans. Especially my country, Nigeria, we've come to see that there is no place all over the world where you don't see a Nigerian. They are part of the industrialization of those countries. They are part of the judicial system of those countries. They are part of the transformation. We have had stories about Nigerian doctors and African doctors creating and carving a niche in the medical sector. That's why we want all of them to come back. We want all of them to bring their ideas. We want everywhere you are as an African to come back home, and let's begin to build our continent. Let's begin to train our children. Let's begin to make sure that this continental low self-esteem is dealt with. We have close to 300 million young people in the African diaspora that have actually been affected by this continental low self-esteem. Once a man is experiencing low self-esteem, whether it's in the continental level or national level, community level, family level, state level, there are certain things that happens to such a person. Number one, when you are experiencing this low self-esteem, it limits your potentials. That's number one. It limits your potentials. We have a lot of limitations of potentials in Africa. Several African young men, less than 26 years, less than 30 years, with so much potential, but they have never believed in the continent of Africa. They have never believed in Cameroon. They have never believed in Kenya. They have never believed in Tunisia. They don't believe in Nigeria. They don't believe in Ghana. They don't believe in South Africa and Namibia. They don't believe in their future. Low self-esteem has limited our potentials as Africans, and this is what the African Development Network is committed to doing. We want to raise a new set of people. We want to raise a brand new set of people that will transform this continent. The second part of it is that whenever you are a victim of low self-esteem, it frustrates your ability to innovate. Innovation is frustrated. Innovation is frustrated. The third thing that happens to you when you live with low self-esteem is it provokes insufficiency. personally induced insufficiency. You tell yourself, I do not have the potentials, I do not have the abilities, I do not have the opportunities, I do not have the money, I do not have the capacity, I do not have the technology, I do not have the exposure needed to develop my system, develop my vision, develop my family, develop our industrial sector. These has affected our continent, Africa. The fourth one has to do with disregard to opportunities. Once you live in low self-esteem, you're looking ahead, you're thinking that your success, your prosperity, your advancement, your future is dependent on what you don't have. There are several opportunities in Africa. You can actually make a lot of money in Africa that you can ever make in America, you can ever make in United Kingdom, you can ever make in China, you can ever make in United Arab Emirates, you can ever make in Australia, you can ever make in India. This is what low self-esteem does to people. We lose opportunities. Nigeria as a country, Africa as a continent is losing our young people. We are losing people to all of that countries, quote unquote, developed countries. We have lost these opportunities to tap into the wealth of resources, the ideas, the innovations from these young, vibrant, and intelligent young men. It's time for us to get back on our table and create systems and create opportunities that our young people can come back home and begin to innovate and begin to invent things that will develop the country, develop the continent. And the next thing that happens to you, that is the fifth one, has to do with whenever you live in low self-esteem, you get yourself involved in the slavery of public opinion. The slavery of public opinion. This is very, very important. I want to mention it, very, very important. Africans, we have lived with the public opinion of European countries, Asian countries, Arab countries. What the Americans say becomes a law in Nigeria. That is wrong. What the United Kingdom says becomes a law in Africa. That is wrong. What China is saying is almost like a law when it has to do with our economic system. That is wrong. We live in public opinion. They decide the way our health system must run. They decide the way our economic system must run. They decide the way our political system must run. They decide the way our religious system must run. This is wrong. Living by international public opinion has affected the development of our continent. We need to begin to make our own decisions. We need to begin to look at ourselves. We need to look at our culture. We need to look at our arts. We need to look at our peculiarities as Africans and begin to make decisions, endow them with our abilities, endow them with our potentials, endow them with our culture, endow them with our climates, endow them with our color, with our skin colorations. This is the beginning of Africa. We cannot subject ourselves for a long time under the whims and the caprices of public opinion of the international society. I'm not saying that we should pull out from World Health Organization. I'm not saying that we should pull out from International Monetary Fund. I'm not saying that we should pull out from other international organizations. But what I'm saying that it's high time for Africans to begin to make our own contribution for the development of the continent. And finally, once you are a victim of low self-esteem, it produces poverty, lack, and underdevelopment. This is the point that I'm going to hit now. All these aforementioned points, potential, limitation, lack of innovation, insufficiency, disregard for opportunities, slavery of public opinion, poverty, lack, and underdevelopment has affected the continent of Africa. Why? Because of these concepts of what? Low self-esteem. Continental low self-esteem. Everywhere you are, several persons that left the continent of Africa is because they believe that once they live in America, wow, they are doing wonderful. Once they live in Asia countries, wow, I just came in from the US, I just came in from Dubai, and all those kind of balloon kind of concepts. Listen to me, God's people. Listen to me, my people. Listen to me, my continent. Listen to me, everybody that is an industrialist, that is a businessman, that is a trader. Your self-esteem will definitely determine your success, your ability to grow, your potential to succeed in life is dependent on your self-esteem. Let's wake up. Let's look inwards. Let's begin to express ourselves. And we'll see the continent of Africa experiences unusual transformation. I remain your friend and your brother, Barrister Ikenna Emmanuel, the international spokesperson of the African Development Network. Please before you stop this video, click on the like button, click on the share button, share to your friends, share to your relatives. Make sure that you don't keep this video to yourself. Someone will be helped through these videos. Someone will be transformed. Your president, your continent, your nation, your community, your business, your family, your father, your children can be transformed. We definitely be transformed once they get across this video. And make sure you click also so that in case we get a new video, you are going to get the notification. The 11th reason why the continent of Africa is experiencing underdevelopment. See you in the next video. Thank you.